Houthis in Yemen have significantly stepped up attacks on shipping vessels that are traveling through the region, and threats in the past week have gone up. Friday, 2 Liberian flag ships were hit in the Red Sea. Wednesday, 2 missiles missed a commercial tanker loaded with jet fuel. And on Monday, a missile hit a Norwegian flag tanker. Since then, some of the world's biggest shipping companies have halted or rerouted traffic, including BP. A potential big issue is the Red Sea is home to one of the most important trade routes in the world. Roughly 12% of global trade passes through the Red Sea, and that includes 30% of global container traffic. Billions of dollars of trade goods and supplies pass through the Red Sea every single year. Here to talk more about the disruption that we could see here on the home front, NewsNation business contributor Gary Smith. Gary, welcome to you. What types of supplies are we talking about? What's on these ships?
Everything that you can possibly think of is coming through on these ships. Of course, oil, most people are familiar with, but everything from machinery, which I think is actually the biggest import, food, clothing, electronics. If it's in your house, apartment, or condo, it likely came from one of those on one of those ships.
And so now, as they reroute, they go down by the Cape of Good Hope around the Horn of Africa. It's going to likely take a lot longer, right? I mean, you can look on the map and do the math. How long before those disruptions are then felt in the supply chain?
It's generally about, it's add in an extra 10 to 14 days, I suppose, by rerouting, according to those in the shipping industry. So it's going to be about, anywhere from a week and a half, probably, to 2 weeks for those ships. That's the important part. But here's the important part for us, kind of the good side. We get most of our goods that we import from Mexico, Canada, and China, and in fact, oil mostly from Mexico and Canada. None of those countries really use the Suez Canal. China, of course, comes across to the West Coast. If they do, the oil companies go through the Suez. Even that is really only for the East Coast. If you're going through the Gulf, they already will go around through the tip of Africa.
So you see BP up there, and you talked about oil. How do we anticipate oil prices potentially being impacted here?
Okay, so you already saw the price of oil go up about $1. Translation, probably about 2.5 cents per gallon. I think that's going to be short-lived. These companies will adapt. The other thing that is already starting to happen is companies then they ship, instead of going through the Suez Canal, then they just go and, they can have the option of going to the West Coast and then shipping by train or tanker from there. So short term, yeah, probably an impact. You might see it if you're looking closely at your gas prices. I would think once we start to ramp up, we've talked about a U.S.-based military operation to free up the Suez Canal. I think you're going to see the rebels kind of go away. I hope so, for everyone's sake, and gas prices should come back down.
Yeah, freedom of navigation and protecting that is critically important for world and global trade. Have we seen anything similar, Gary, to what we're seeing in the Red Sea in the past that we could compare this to, so we could get an indication of how big and great the impact may be?
Well, we did have the tanker stuck a few years ago sideways, as you recall, in the Suez Canal. We saw a similar disruption, which basically quickly went away. Marni, whenever we have these things, whether it's hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, the reaction is really never in proportion to what actually happens. So, you can kind of boil that down and say, oh my gosh, it sounds like catastrophe. It's probably only going to be about 1% of that. That's what I think is the case here. I'm guessing, hoping 2 weeks from now, this will be history, and we'll say, okay, well, that came and went, and, it got cleared up. That's my fingers crossed for everyone.
Yeah, I hope so. Certainly knowing that for that to happen, it means protecting that waterway and the U.S. troops who are in it and doing so. Gary Smith, thank you. Happy holidays. We'll watch this closely.
Thanks, Marty. Appreciate it. You too.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.